Protestant scholasticism was first and foremost a method, not a conclusion or a set of conclusions, but a method adopted to ensure the institutionalization of the Reformation's basic principles. These needed to be carefully formulated, codified, and passed on in schools, hence scholastic, for the next generations, if they were to survive unscathed against increasingly sophisticated Catholic counter-arguments. Basically, one has to defend against false teaching with a comparable level of academic sophistication. Scholastic just means academic. And look, to put it bluntly, if your opponent comes against you with a sword, you might win by being a better swordsman. If he comes at you with a spear, you might prevail by putting up a shield. But if he comes at you with a tank, you need to put the shield away and your sword and upgrade your defenses. Owen was absolutely convinced that first generation Reformation truth was more than capable of being defended at the very deepest and most complex levels of exegesis, theology, and philosophy. Reformed scholasticism, then, is just Reformation theology in an academic gown, fighting for its corner against its most serious rivals, using the best and most up-to-date tools at its disposal. As a theologian, then, Owen was more of an academic institutionalizer than he was a pioneer like Martin Luther. But that's not something to be ashamed of. Rather, we ought to celebrate the fact that his impressive intellectual gifts were placed at the disposal of the Protestant Reformed faith. That faith, which he cherished, is always in need of stout and loyal defenders willing to go to the trouble of intricately refuting the errors of false interpreters in a dangerous world where, as Owen saw it, the devil and the Antichrist are constantly trying to undermine the faith of the elect.